Someone else's kid might grab my dick.
I saw that coming.
When I'm inside there, knowing it's not daddy's dick. How do I drop her off gently?
Okay.
Biologically.
Your biology is so messed up, my guy.
At Xtian Dela.
Yo, what's up guys? How you guys doing? How you guys feeling? Hope you guys are having an amazing time. So, as you can see here, I have a guest. For the first time ever, you guys are getting to see the face of the one and only Drew. From Drew Healthcare, man. How are you? Man?
Good, bro. How are you?
So Drew is actually my business partner in the Toboa platform, as well as Drew Healthcare, and he's an amazing guy. So basically, before to answer, what is Drew Healthcare? For people just to know, before we dig deeper into this, and I know you guys are waiting because you've seen the description below in the video. But before we get to that, Drew, what's Drew Healthcare?
Thanks. Thank you so much for giving me this time and opportunity. So Drew Healthcare is a home healthcare company, and we basically give healthcare solutions beyond logistics and at your point of need. So we are basically one of the first recognized home healthcare providers. So we do healthcare at your comfort in your house when we solve every healthcare problem.
That's amazing.
Practicing professionally almost 7 years now.
7 years.
Yeah, 7 years now.
That's good. So what we're going to do with Drew today is we're going to go through some of the confessions guys have made on the Toboa app, and just to give to get his professional side and his professional view about the stories. So let's do this. So the first confession is, so someone says, I have been married for 2 years now, and I'm now pregnant. My husband doesn't want even to touch me at all. It makes me feel like I'm ugly, and yet outside men are still hitting on me despite even them knowing that I'm pregnant. I tried to ask him what's the problem, but he keeps quiet. So early this year I traveled, and when I came back I found out that there's a lady who spent the night there, and I asked him about it and he denied, and went through his phone, found several ladies that had sex chatted with him, even things he did things that he's never even done to me in bed. I like crazy sex, but had to adjust because of him. I'm thinking of leaving him when it's almost my due date, and to ensure he never sees my child. Yeah, what do you think about that?
Wow, okay. That's heavy, that's hectic. First off, I am really sorry to the lady involved in all of this, because at the end of the day, cheating for men at times is usually just physical.
Yeah.
And then it's hard for her to maybe accept that. But right now, all I can tell her is, according to what I've just heard, is that she is in a point where she doesn't understand why the husband has no interest in her sexually.
Yeah.
But for that moment in time, she's pregnant.
Yeah.
First of all, making a decision, you should never make a decision when first of all you're emotionally maybe aggravated or you are too happy.
Yeah.
So let her not make that decision right now, because if you make it right now, you may come and regret it later on.
Yeah.
Secondly, seek counseling, seek guidance, seek someone to arbitrate your marriage, to talk to you guys and be open. Talk to him and tell him, you know what, I found this, I found that, and I'm not happy about it.
Exactly.
Maybe it's because I'm like this, I'm pregnant, but I am carrying your child.
Yeah.
Ensure that he finds out and he understands the severity of the mistakes that he's done.
Yeah.
And trust me, men change.
Yeah.
Not all men are dogs out there. Men change, and at the end of the day, communication is key.
Yeah.
And making rash decisions because of something you're feeling will never ever be the best solution for you.
Yeah.
So take your time, pray about it if you're someone who's spiritual, and seek medical advice. That means counseling, and you're going to get help. Trust me, it's not the end of the world, and you can always get help.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The next confession says, anonymous of course, says, I am married to a beautiful woman. We have 2 kids, a girl and a boy, aged 3 years and 3 months respectively. So I have an issue in my sex life. My wife doesn't want sex anymore. I love sex, and after the birth of our firstborn, we never experienced such discomfort. With our secondborn, my wife has never been willing to make love with me. I have starved sexually for close to half a year and tempted to seek solace elsewhere, but fear it might go too far. Please advise.
Wow. 6 months dry spell. I feel you, bro. I really feel you. It is hectic, and more than anything, women are like flowers. You really have to find out how you can be able to climb the rose flower through the stem, of course, without getting too really pricked by the thorns. So men have to be very careful. Mwanamke ni vile unambembeleza. So kaa chini na wife wako. She was saying she's beautiful. So God bless her. Take your time, talk to her, ask her what is the problem. Why isn't she really feeling you? Spice up your love life, man. Take her out on dates. Do spontaneous things, man. Make her feel like the woman you met before you guys got married, and just make the love interesting. And trust me, you're going to get laid in your house. You need to get laid outside because it's hectic out here. Guys need to protect themselves. For protection, you need to get tested, checked. So don't bring all that because that's a very temporary solution. And the truth will always come out. She'll find out that she cheated. So you need to. What do you think?
It's true. It's amazing.
So you need to be very, 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 very careful.
It's true.
So take care of your family and love your wife.
Another confession here. Someone anonymous as well says, can excessive masturbation cause abnormal born of a child?
First off, masturbation is for people who may not really know what masturbation is. Masturbation is basically helping yourself to reach sexual climax. That may include using sex dolls, sex toys for women and all that, but it's just mostly men use their own hands. So
even women use their hands.
We all understand that. Most of us get to know that is bad. So masturbation, at the end of the day, what it does to you is that it the only time medically speaking we can say that masturbation is becoming a problem is only if you cannot be able to function without doing it. A good example. So you get addicted to something, and addiction in other terms it means not being able to perform your daily activities without having to do that thing. So it's so easy. The stereotypes, the many myths that surround masturbation, or like you lose your eyesight. What did he say again about abnormal kids?
Abnormal kids.
It's just like having sex. So having sex a lot will not make you have abnormal kids because it's reaching climax, sexual climax, right? You're getting me there. That's all. Ni ile tu unajisaidia mwenyewe, unafika mali unafika, but it doesn't mean that you're going to have
abnormal kids.
It will affect your sex life because there's some people who masturbate a lot to a point that they cannot even really have sexual intercourse and get to a climax with their sexual partners. In turn, it affects the partners. Maybe you guys are trying to conceive, but since you've been used to helping yourself when you get with a woman, you don't really get to climax and don't really get to ejaculate and don't get to impregnate the lady. It can cause tension like that. But having deformed kids, that's to do with genetics, that's to do with maybe the radiation, or just it's not really related to masturbation. Basically.
That's good. That's good. Next confession. Okay, from a guy known as Club P. Of course, I think this is
it's an alias.
It's an alias, of course. It says, "Am I normal? Because all I love and like in porn is family stroke and incest porn, and I can't stop watching and masturbating, which I'm addicted to. Is anyone going through this? In secret, I am 35 years old."
Wow. Okay, you're still young. What's his name again?
Club P.
Club P. You have a cool name. So first off, porn is porn. Porn is porn. There are people who love gay porn. There are people who love
animal porn.
Midget porn. You know those things, but why? So the people who love all this hardcore, I don't know. Okay, let me not say anything which will incriminate me. So the people who love different kinds of stuff. It's something you like. It doesn't mean that you really are interested in doing it specifically. That's up to you to decide and to tell us. But if you're just watching it because you're watching it, it is entertainment on its own. I will not go out there and discredit family or incest porn as bad porn or as good porn. No, I can't. I can't do that. Porn is porn. So if you love watching porn, kudos, but try and reduce it because it may affect what you do on a daily basis, because it can maybe put you up to have always this perverted thinking. Whenever you see a sister and it's your cousin and you're thinking all that crazy stuff, but it's nothing bad, by the way. It's nothing bad, because at the end of the day, if you're masturbating, you're not raping someone, you're not doing anything illegal. That's up to you. Masturbation helps to relieve a lot of stress also at the same time. But doing it so many times is also not good, because unaweza kupata kwa busy unakaa na kidogo unaanza kujamba mdilo. So you know, those things you need to just take care of yourself and mind your surroundings and mind. Just want to be someone who's respecting yourself. 35, I believe you're a very mature guy, and if you're not married or if you're not in a family, that may be how you want it to be, but it's not something that can put you and make you feel like, am I alone? So many people do that. We have seen cases of people who do that. We've seen cases of people who even broke their virginity with their cousin. It doesn't make them bad people, but it's how they grew up, how they saw things. But remember, you can always change. You can always decide that I will stop this. You have the power. People don't realize their power. You have the power to say no. You have the power to say, no, today I'm not going to use my bundles or my data or my Wi-Fi to get into this kind of porn. Let me watch something else. So he's in control. He just has to take the power. Take charge.
And talking about taking the power, there's another confession here. Says, this is a chick, says, my guy works in a different country. We always do sex chatting, and he always wants me to send him a video of me fingering myself and doing all those stuff. Mimi sipendi, basically saying she doesn't like it, but I do send mara moja kwa moja, more often than not, for him, but anataka kila siku, he wants every day. It really bothers me. How will I make him stop?
Okay, long distance is tough. Trust me, maybe that's the only way he can get off wherever he is. Maybe that's the only way he can feel like you guys are still connecting. But again, I'll come back to the thing that I think I've mentioned once or twice: communication. Communication. Talking to someone and telling them that, you know what, I don't want to do this. It doesn't mean that you don't love them, it doesn't mean that you don't care for them, but also the way you say it will also mean a lot. So when you guys are seated down together and are talking, or maybe in the 3-month period, because you say that like they hang out for like 3 months together, right? So that 3 months, ambao mko pamoja na yeye, mwambie mume wangu ama boyfriend wangu, wajua mimi naona kama vile tunafanya si vizuri, sio hisia zangu hazinisaidii, na kila mara ukiniambia hivi tufanye naona si sawa. Just try and bembeleza mwanaume. Mwanaume is like a mtoto, my friend. Men can be bembelezwa so easily. So talk to him and let him understand that it's not about you not wanting to satisfy him. It's about the fact that when you satisfy him, it makes you uncomfortable.
Exactly.
You should never be unhappy with someone who you love.
In a relationship, you should open with each other.
You should be very, very open. So open up, my dear. Talk to him.
That's nice. Okay, so there's another confession here, very interesting. Says, my name is Kevin, 23 years old to be precise. So, having spent the better part of my life single, this month I decided to change my status. To have someone close, maybe a babe, a girlfriend. So today being the 4th day of the month, I've approached 3 girls, but the moment I introduce myself, I am left with a heartache. Like, what did Kevin Brayo do to the ladies? Kevo, Brayo, and all. What did they do?
You know, I had a best friend in back when I was in Aga Khan. So his name is Kevo, who really dance. So shout out to Kevo. So, okay, first off, you're 23 and in one day you've approached 3 different women. Kevo, I don't have any beef with you, Kevo, but first piece of advice: stick to one chick, man. If you really want, because she's going to see the seriousness in your approach if you're consistent. Even if there's there's the whole negative stereotype following through with the fact that your name is Kelvin or Brian or Steve. But I believe you have a second name, right? So you're Kelvin someone. So use your second name as a first introduction. And then as you move forward, let her find out that you're Kelvin, and not let her find out who you are, not just any other Kelvin.
Not what you are.
Yeah, or what you are. So take your time, but this thing of 3 chicks in one day, my guy. Hey.
He was trying his luck, man.
But all the best. But your name cannot really
Define
who you're going to be or who you are.
Yeah, that's good. There's a very interesting confession over here. It says, "Hey admin, I've been in a relationship with 4 best friends. 4 best friends. Yeah, 4 who are my workmates, and none of them knows that I'm sleeping with their friends. So kila moja anajua tu ni yeye pekee. So each one of them just knows it's just them. They all say, please don't tell my friends that I have a thing with you. Every time we do it, I tell them their secret is safe with me. I want to stop as from this month. Juu itafika mahali itanilipukia na itakuwa aibu tu kubwa sana. So she says she wants to stop this month because it's gonna get to a place, it's gonna blow up, and it's gonna be very embarrassing to her. Ask if any guy has experienced this."
Hi, Anonymous. So, this is interesting. Okay, I doubt if the ladies are really best friends, because best friends really just tell each other everything. Wanaambiana kila kitu. Marafiki wa dhati. Pendana kabisa, wanaambiana kila kitu. So, people have been doing that for a very long time. Men. But it takes a man of high moral standings to decide to just not do it, because if you feel like it's going to come and blow up in your face, just don't do it, man. I don't know, there's no other way I can tell you, but just be honest with them and tell them, you know what, you don't even really have to tell all of them that I've been dating your friend, or been sleeping with your friend, because I think it's more of a casual sex thing. You don't have to tell your friend that I've been sleeping with your friend, but just pick one and stick to that one. And let it be. Just be a man. You need to be a man. Hey, Lord. for best friends. But okay, congratulations in your own way. But basically, it's all about your moral standings and how you feel. But people have been going through that a lot. It just happens that some men or some people have that kind of. And it's not only for men, even some women. There's some ladies who have that it's like a machismo effect. Right? You're just so attractive, and when someone sees you, it's like, oh man. But usiambie best yangu. Sawa.
But a lot of people do that, man.
Chini ya maji. Chini ya watu wana chini ya maji, right?
Wengi sana.
But the biggest thing I'll tell you guys, and my friend Anonymous, use protection. You don't want to transmit one thing from this person to the other. So get tested, use protection, and just be safe. Safe sex, good sex.
So there's another confession here, still having on the same string about sex. So he says, "My girl got pregnant for me by accident, and we decided to keep it. Turns out that she aborted it 3 months without my knowledge. Then comes and confesses to me. I love this girl, but what she did really angered me. I wanted to sue her for having done it behind my back. Guys, please advise me, because I'm in a catch-22 situation."
First off, I'm really sorry for the loss of your child. Secondly, it's a body, she can do whatever she wants to do. Third, you're saying it was by accident. Why do you want to sue her? Nothing happens by accident. You guys were having sex, maybe you did not use protection or the rubber burst or whatever, but you were having sex which was intentional and you got pregnant. This notion that guys or basically people out there, both male and female, go out and say that I got pregnant by accident. I don't think it's something, unless you're raped or something. But if it was intentional and you slept with someone and you knew what you're doing, there was the whole process which I will not explain right now. But then you did it, so you can't say it was by accident.
It's happened.
So you were man enough and willing to take up the responsibility. In turn, maybe she was not ready. You cannot put her down or blame her for anything. All you have to do is sit down with her and understand what she was going through in that moment or in that period of time that led her to want to abort the child. You can never blame someone for something which you have never been through. These are women. You don't even know how the periods go. You don't even know how the cycle goes. You don't know even what happens to them biologically. So best thing to do, just sit down with her and ask her, man, I didn't really feel so good. I felt offended. And what happened? Why did you decide to
talk about it,
flash the kid? So and tell me, and then in turn get counseling, get help, get professional help, get someone to help you go through that, because that is loss and grief. You're going through a period of you're grieving for your unborn child. Because you had already accepted the fact that this is a child.
You're gonna be a daddy.
So I'm sorry for your loss, man. But you can talk to us and we can be able to help you go through your grieving feelings.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah. I think we're gonna take two more. So there's this very interesting confession over here from a guy known as Take It From a Guy. That's the name.
Nice.
Proper name. Yeah, so it's a good story. Not good, interesting. Interesting story. It said, I met this lady while back in Nakuru at a function, and we agreed to be friends with benefits. Now, the sex was great, and then one random day she got stupid drunk and ended up having sex with my best friend. We don't usually mind sharing. Yes, she got pregnant, and when she told me, I was cool and wished them the best. Now the problem is that she still wants to keep having sex with me and not the baby daddy, and I don't want to. A lot of guys like pregnant women, but I don't. It's just weird for me, and I don't know how to tell her no and cut it off without hurting her feelings. I ignore her calls and texts, but recently she has started showing up at my house and invited just so that we have sex. But I just don't feel it. Someone else's kid might grab my dick.
I saw that coming.
When I'm inside there, knowing it's not daddy's dick. How do I drop her off gently?
Okay.
Biologically,
Your biology is so messed up, my guy. But I love that thinking. You remember when you're growing up, you used to watch these cartoons where you're like, if a cartoon, maybe Tom and Jerry, is hit by a pan on the face. Suragi na geuke na ile round kama hiyo. Ama inafura hiyo. Okay, so take it from a man. Take it from a man. This is another man talking to you, and I love how you just really put that through, man. It's so easy to understand. You should be a writer, man. So, more to that is this: that the baby cannot really do anything. The baby is in the placenta up there above the cervix. So, no matter how long or how hard you use your manhood. Wow. No matter how long your manhood is, item here. So that should not worry you. So
the baby's hands are very far.
So the baby maybe has not even formed hands yet. Maybe the baby. But okay. First off, the whole story is messed up. Messed up in this sense where your best friend can maybe get up and maybe want to have sex with your chick or a lady who you've been shagging with. It just really shows how our morals are as young Kenyans, and we really need to work on that, honestly. Without missing my words, we need to just take care of ourselves. Because an example, it means you guys were having unprotected sex. What if your friend had syphilis and this lady got syphilis? Basically, two friends have been infected with different diseases to a point that if you have another sexual partner, you'll give her what you got from another third party. It's not cool, man. Let us use protection. The pregnancies are good, but the diseases are not pleasant at all. Not pleasant at all. For you, the only way you can let her down easy is just telling her straight to her face, you know what? You are with my friend. I respect you. I respect him, which I doubt, but I respect him. And he respects me, so I'll keep off me. I don't think it's so hard, it's rocket science to put off a lady. Men are harder to put off than women, but just stay away from me. Let me move on with my life. I was with you, but I'm no longer with you. So you're with my friend, respect my friend. If it gets to a point where it's getting escalated, put your friend in the loop and tell her, man, this mama who is carrying your doi just keeps on coming on to me. So make it a point also to find out if the doi is near. He's dirty Ningori.
We're having a protected sex.
So get to find out whose child it is. But at the end of the day, just respect each other and stop sharing women. They are not clothes. Women need to be respected, and more than anything, that lady should respect herself, because she doesn't respect herself to a point that you can want to bounce around two different groups.
Best friends.
Best friends, man. That's just unachoma kabisa.
It's messed up.
It's burning in direct translation. Anachoma. It's not cool at all. So it's just a matter of clear communication where people don't keep secrets, and you can move on.
Amazing. Last confession for this particular episode. It's from an anonymous lady. She says, I have never enjoyed sex as people always say. What's the cause of painful sex?
Okay, first of all, sex for women is very different from men. So I really feel what maybe she's going through, because you see, women, it's all about the journey. For men, it's the destination.
Yeah.
Where you're like 3 minutes and you're like,
we've already
For women, I think for her, maybe if you would have given a little bit more information, maybe tungeweza kumsaidia kwa urahisi, lakini wanawake wanapenda kutayarishwa. Ikifika wakati pale mwanamke ni umbebeleze, umpeleke polepole. Basically the enticing part of it, where you take your time and do foreplay. Foreplay for some women can even be as much as 5 minutes, or just a kiss on the lips and she's good. Some other women need you to go the whole journey. Yeah, where you kiss her on the neck, on the lips, find the sensitive spots where when you touch her, she just
goes crazy.
Yeah, because sex is all about friction. So if there's so much friction, it's not going to be sweet.
Yeah.
So using the friction means it has to be lubricated. The lady may first want to use water-based lubricants, the KY jellies and all that, if it's about friction. If it's about maybe the roughness, you can maybe be able to sort of talk to the person who you're having sex with, anonymous lady. You can just tell them, I love it like this, or do it to me like this. So be ready to explore and get someone who's willing to also go through the sexual exploration journey with you, where you're going to tell this person, I want you to touch me here, and this person is going to agree. And you may want to have it maybe from the back or from the just make it interesting and express yourself. In turn, it's going to get better. It was meant to be nice and delicious and productive. So protection again, guys. Is protection. Very and for her, if it's about the stiffness where she's finding it painful, get someone who's going to be willing to take his time on you, just caress you. Take it slow. You see how even my voice is getting low.
Isikuwe kifo cha mende tu.
Ati umekaa hivi tu alafu jamaa dandia kama matri. Kuna Kristo. Tunaenda sio hapana. No. It should be love making.
It should be love making.
It should be
not screwing or fucking.
Screwing. I'm screwing. Have you seen
it's making love?
Have you seen how a screwdriver goes through a screw, my friend? It's so painful to think about it when you talk about it.
The purpose is
let it be love making. Let it be love. You know what I'm talking about. With some good music in the background.
The ambience.
The whole environment, the whole setting, the whole setup, the lights dim and low, and then enjoy it. Talk to each other through it all.
So basically, sex is not just penetration. It's the journey.
Yes. If you're the kind of lady who wants to be, licked, you know what I'm saying? Ask the guy, but clean that area, man. Hygiene, keep clean, and then enjoy each other's company. It's gonna work out. So sorry for the rough sex, though. Sorry for that.
Sex is a journey, guys. So unfortunately, we've come to the end of this particular episode. Thank you very much, Dr. Drew from Drew Healthcare. Hey guys, sikuwa najua hiyo. You guys, umenimix kiasi. So you guys tell me what you guys think. Definitely you can find this stories and more on the Toboa app. Please make sure you go on the Google Play Store and search for Toboa. Download it. I'm also going to leave a link down here below on the description below. Just click it and yes. And then again, I'm going to do something which Dr. Drew doesn't know. Drew, pena number yako. You gotta give out your number. So if you want to reach out with Drew, consult anything, any questions you have.
Cool. So you can reach me on 0713 463 853. That's my number. That's the company number. You can get to us anytime, any day and night for anything, any kind of consultation you need. You can reach us on that. We're going to drop our Facebook,
Facebook and social media handles,
everything,
as well as this number. If you didn't catch it, I'm gonna drop it down there. And you guys just tell me what you guys think. So make sure you like, you subscribe, you comment. There's a little bell button down here where Drew is seated, just down here. Make sure, just make sure you click so you get notified whenever I put out a new vlog, a new video, and just tell us what you think. Do you want Drew to come back again and just give us more insights? Ama mumtaki akwende. You guys just tell us. See you guys on the next one. Bye bye. Thank you.
Cheers.
at Xtian Dela.